Hey everyone, it's Cory McCarthy and thank you for tuning in. I know folks in the vegan community love their drama, so this video is likely going to appeal to a good number of you. Now, I normally do not indulge in this sort of thing, but successful YouTube fitness personality Scooby recently posted something really fucking stupid on Facebook. Well, here, have a look.
To summarize, Scooby is sick of vegans citing vegan bodybuilders as evidence that you can build or maintain muscle on a vegan diet. He admits that while a vegan diet is indeed healthful and good for the planet, only 0.1% or less of vegans could possibly build quality muscle while sporting a stage-lean body fat percentage without the use of drugs. And he uses himself as an example, citing his stats as 219 pounds and 7% body fat and natural, claiming he has a huge advantage over vegans. He also claims that he hates vegans using, and I quote, former carnivorous steroid-using bodybuilders as proof that you can get huge as a vegan.
Where, oh, where do I begin with this absolutely retarded mess? I guess I'll just take it in order. First, Scooby, how the hell did you arrive at that 0.1% figure and the accompanying context? Please cite me some research on vegans specifically and muscle building to support that claim, or did you just drag that pungent turd directly out of your ass? If you're going to make claims and expect them to be taken seriously, then you need to be able to back them the fuck up, plain and simple, because that is not in line with the current peer-reviewed research, let alone the existing body of anecdote.
For instance, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has officially stated that well-planned vegan diets are sufficient for athletes, and I don't see a caveat excluding bodybuilders, powerlifters, etc. from that statement.
Second, is Scooby-Dooby-Doo even natural? Well, let's find out.
I can extract the measurements of 219 pounds and 7% body fat from your comment. And according to Natty or Not, you are 6'3", which they claim to have obtained from your bodybuilding.com profile. Thus, you have an FFMI of 25.51, which is only a hair above the 25.4 ceiling recorded across 20 Mr. America winners between 1939 and 1959. 20 of the best bodybuilders from that era. An era which included greats such as John Grimek, who won the Mr. America in 1940 and 1941, Clarence Ross, who won in 1945, and Steve Reeves, who won in 1947.
And that study claimed that a well-defined upper limit for natural athletes generally appears to be 25. And even then, most folks genetically won't reach that pinnacle of bodybuilding success, especially not with a low body fat percentage. And not only have you surpassed it, but you've even slightly surpassed 20 of the most genetically gifted folks from the pre-steroid era, including absolute legends who inspire lifters to this day.
All of this while you are in your 50s as well.
So, without further ado, I call bullshit. Big, stinky, sloppy, steamy bullshit.
Given your age, size, and leanness, it would not be a stretch to assume that you are, at the very least, running a modest TRT dosage. Especially given that below 8% body fat, a man's testosterone levels will plummet. It's not sustainable.
And you claim to be at 7%. So yeah, you definitely have an advantage over vegans, natty vegans that is, but you'd also have an advantage over anyone who isn't doping, vegan or not. And most vegans were once carnivores, as you put it, before they took the vegan plunge. Or they were like me and vegetarian beforehand. Very, very few vegans were vegan from birth. In fact, I can only think of one, which I'll be getting to in a moment.
I built my body entirely without meat and without drugs. I went off meat in 2002 and I turned vegan in 2013. I began lifting with consistency in 2009, 7 years after I dropped meat. And I've spent half of my lifting years so far as a vegan. And I've continued to make progress. I've not regressed.
But as I was saying, I know of one vegan lifter who has been vegan since birth.
IFBB Pro Jehina Malik.
There's also a guy who built all of his muscle as a vegan.
Richard Campbell, who has competed in 3 organizations, the IDFA, the WBFF, and the OPA.
And that's just 2 examples. Now, I don't know Jehina's natty status, and given that she competes in the IFBB, I doubt that she's natural or should be putting herself at a serious competitive disadvantage. But Richard has openly claimed natty and has gone so far as to cite his religious beliefs as prohibiting the use of drugs. Furthermore, the IDFA stands for International Drug-Free Athletics. So all we can do is take his word for it, just as your followers have to take your word for being natural yourself. Whatever the case, you've done nothing but put forth baseless, absurd claims against vegan bodybuilding, and that is what I am calling you out for. Feel free to respond with evidence to bolster your claims, but I won't hold my breath. Anyway, please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also, give this video a like and share it to help spread the good word. Perhaps even bombard Scooby's social media with its link to ensure that he and or his followers see it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons to keep on top of my content updates. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.